beside me. In fact, I'm yearning for that, but the only time that you'll face me is when you're turning your back on a mean one. We can go heat for heat, son, ask Wolfwood. You don't wanna cross machine gun. What's going on, DSG? It's your boy DarrnellBradley back at y'all with another video. Today, we've got a death battle! We got Skyrim versus Dark Souls, Dragonborn versus the Chosen Undead death battle. Now, if you've been on the channel for a minute and see me react to the nerdcore stuff, y'all know I don't play games like that, so my knowledge base here is nil. But I did watch Afro Sinju's gameplay of Dark Souls, so that's the knowledge. Sorry, not Dark Souls. Yeah. I think I'm correct. Dark Souls, maybe. I don't know. So the Chosen Undead I've heard of, but you know they give thorough breakdowns of the characters and whatnot. So we gonna see what's up after we get the lowdown on each character. We gonna place our bets, and then we gonna see what happens. So be sure to like, be sure to subscribe, follow me on all that there social media. We can hear that any further, but don't. 3, 2, 1, click.
This episode of Death Battle is sponsored by Brandon Yates. That's right, our Brandon Yates.
Dubs. Let's go. Turn my headphones up.
The Chosen Undead, the accursed god killer from Dark Souls.
The last Dragonborn, the dragon-slaying savior of Skyrim.
Resigned to captivity, these two demi-human heroes embraced their destinies and stared down the very gods
Demi-human?
themselves.
And devoured their friggin' souls!
Because these two lack specific canon arsenals and movesets due to being role-playing protagonists, for this death battle we're giving them everything they have and maxing out all of their stats.
Which
There you
is
go.
Totally possible in-game if you're willing to grind. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a
Death battle. Gotta get some Diablo characters in here, man. I can't wait for the next Diablo game.
The great cities of old have collapsed. The heroes are dead or mad, and the golden age is over. Looking out upon their decaying kingdom, everyone would like nothing more than to lay down and die.
Too bad for them. That's the one thing they couldn't do.
The world has been gripped by the undead curse, turning anyone with a mysterious dark sign into mindless, violent hollows upon repeated soul-crushing deaths.
But there is a prophecy of a chosen undead who will journey to Lordran, the home of the gods, and save the world.
Rotting away in an asylum, all it took was an assist from an unlucky knight and a giant raven before one unlikely hero was ready to claw their way through their progenitor's forgotten homeland.
And it helps that as long as they can keep their sense of purpose, an undead will always resurrect at the nearest bonfire. Now, they might slowly lose their memories, their personality, and their sanity, but the curse gives them as much time as they need to get good.
Homie got infinite respawn. Okay, I like it.
Undead are unnaturally resilient, able to survive being impaled through the chest. They've been chewed, eaten, and digested by what I can only describe as a toilet demon. And they can have their souls torn from their very body, because undead humans don't need their souls to survive.
Just pop some of that spicy Sunny D, and they're good to go. If anything, it seems like they get off to it. And speaking of souls, they can absorb the souls of their fallen enemies to increase their power.
They're a master.
Oh, so all right, that's why they don't need their souls. They can just go cop some more. All right, cool.
Swords, hammers, spears, axes, bows, you name it. And that's without any formal training. With the right stats and setup, they can be anything from a cartwheeling assassin to a dragon-smashing tank
to the giantest of dads. And despite the serious gothic themes of the series, these weapons can get anime as hell. Smoke's great hammer is a ginormous mallet the size of a sedan.
Based on its size and likely bronze composition, it'd have to weigh over 100 tons. A lot like Goff's great bow, which can shoot pillar-sized arrows and one-shot dragons out of the sky.
Or my favorite, the Moonlight Greatsword, produced from the ass of the albino dragon and founder of sorcery.
Produced from the what of the who now? Okay.
Greatsword, produced from the ass of the albino dragon and founder of sorcery, Seath the Scaleless. This baby's a universe-hopping anomaly that can fire powerful sword beams and just looks so cool!
The Chosen Undead has learned magic from the greatest practitioners in the world. They can create shockwaves, form defensive barriers, reflect damage, throw balls of flame, control mines, fire magical crystal spears, turn invisible, and toss bolts of sunlight strong enough to peel the stone scales off of mortal dragons.
So their pool of magic is pretty limited. So
Wrath of the Gods, Great Magic Barrier, Bountiful Sunlight, Homing Crystal Soul Mass, White Dragon Breath, Dark Orb, Chaos Storm, Iron Flesh, Power Within, and more.
If it comes down to it, they can shut off all magic in the vicinity with the miracle Vow of Silence,
preventing anyone from speaking any spells aloud,
Oh,
including
wow.
themselves. With this incredible arsenal and judicious attention paid to the stamina bar, the chosen undead was rolling their way to victory.
A roll so powerful it bends the laws of space and warps them through attacks like they weren't even there. And sometimes it doesn't work and it's bullshit.
That's just a game mechanic, but great to use when you're panicking.
They've defeated Nido, the god of death, the bed of chaos, the mother of all demon kind, and Calamite, the strongest surviving ancient dragon.
That was when the chosen undead was dragged back in time to face the fallen knight Artorias, the greatest warrior in history. And not only defeat him, but accomplish the greatest feat attributed to Artorias' legend, the destruction of Manus, the father of the abyss that threatened to consume the world.
They've even beaten other chosen undead from alternate worlds, like the best buddy in all gaming, Solaire. Praise the sun, bro! And soon they were approached by these two slithery freaks. One said to link the fire, and the other said to let it die out, which totally makes sense. Wiz can explain it.
Don't look at me. Dark Souls lore is as notoriously convoluted as the flow of its time stream, which is why we have a true expert in the realms of nerdom to explain it for us. Oh, Jocelyn.
You wouldn't believe how many item descriptions, forum posts, and moody 2013 lore videos I had to watch through for this. It's story time, kids.
All right.
In the beginning, the world was unformed and static. Then suddenly, the first flame burst to life. And with it, the concepts of heat and cold, life and death, energy and time, light and...
Repair states, light is time, and the spell relies on the use of light to reverse an object's time, implying the first flame controls time, consistent with alternate timelines merging due to the flames fading. Okay.
and dark.
Sounds like a mythological Big Bang.
The gods
That's exactly what it sounded
granted
like.
immensely powerful souls from the first flame, but their greatest fear was the soul possessed collectively by the race known as humanity, the Dark Soul. The Skyfather
Dark
Gwyn
Soul.
feared humanity's immortality, and so sealed their dark souls within them. But as humanity reproduced, the Dark Soul collectively grew and the first flame waned. Turns out humans were naturally undying, or according to the gods' propaganda, undead.
Ah, so that's the twist. That's the twist. Humans had immortality. Got to. Okay, I'm learning stuff.
It's all a conspiracy. The undead curse was a lie.
Linking the fire means using your very soul as fuel to keep the first flame burning. If an undead champion believes their immortality is a curse, they'll do anything to prevent it, including burning fragments of the Dark Soul to keep the Age of the Gods going.
So you're a pawn in a game played by decrepit gods desperately clinging to power.
Yep.
Well, that's a huge bummer.
They might look like a depressed California raisin, but
Wow.
in order to link the flame, their soul needs to be strong enough to maintain the whole
The first flame's direct control over fundamental aspects of the reality like energy, light, and time, combined with individual souls being able to maintain the pocket dimension paintings is enough to conclude it is a universal level energy. So, okay.
universe and the flow of time for another 1,000 years.
Other similarly powerful undead across time are swift enough to dodge lightning and even light itself. Based on their dodge compared to this beam and the time it took to reach them, they'd be reacting and moving at over 20% the speed of light.
At the end of their quest, they faced down and defeated Gwyn, the Lord of Cinder, long hollowed from linking the flame 1,000 years ago. So, which will you choose? Link the fire and prolong the current age, or let it fade until only dark remains?
This is
The
the
Dark
biggest
Soul.
bummer of them all. Truth is, it never mattered. The cycle just continues age after age, with new heroes replacing the old ones, until the chosen undead was long forgotten.
Until the infinite march of time ground the world to ash. It was never about the happy ending. It didn't exist. It
Dang,
was about
that's
the struggle
depressing.
To get there. That's ultimately what gives us meaning.
Struggle to get. Dang!
This episode of Death.
I don't even think I want to play that game. That game hurt my feelings. And you just doing it. Well, he did talk about meeting champions of the past. So yeah, obviously it's just a forever cycle. Like Jesus.
This battle is sponsored by Brandon.
That's right, Boomstick. Dive into the thrilling world of versus music with Brandon Yates as he brings hypothetical matchups to life through his commissioned compositions.
Brandon is one of the composers behind Death Battle, bringing us the incredible show-stopping songs you know and love. Seriously,
okay. Yo, we gotta check that out.
Princes of Pride, Hedge of Tomorrow, and some of our all-time greats.
Does the man have a channel?
He composed the track for this very episode.
The channel name.
Love it if you supported Brandon's work and enjoyed more of his music.
Brandon Yates.
By subscribing.
Where's that?
Love it if you supported Brandon's work and enjoy.
Only 30.7 sub. Yo, yeah. If he's doing these songs, we definitely gotta check man's out. All right.
More of his music by subscribing to his channel and following him on Spotify.
Ever had a matchup you just want to see on the show and you just wish you had the music track for it?
Well, fans of Death Battle have been loving Brandon's music for years, all commissioned by fans like you.
We're talking hundreds of commissioned songs, all for hypothetical episodes of Death Battle.
Everything from hard rock to jazzy to electronic to orchestral choirs.
And because Brandon is literally one of the main composers of this show, every track he makes sounds straight out of Death Battle itself.
Love the music from Death Battle? Then don't wait. Subscribe to Brandon Yates' YouTube and follow him on
y'all know
Spotify
we don't even
right
stay around for ads. But yeah. We gotta check out Brandon. We're gonna check out what's going on with that.
You're finally awake. Welcome to the frosty Viking paradise of Skyrim. Visit the quaint Nordic villages. Hike up to the throat of the world. Marvel at the beauty of Blackreach. Hey, what's that in the sky? Why, it's Macho Man Randy Savage.
What the Final Fantasy is that?
Engine.
Why?
That is a dragon, but not just any mere Drake.
So why they modding Thomas the Tank Engine in here as dragon? See, people be getting outlandish with them damn mods, bro.
There's the tank engine!
No, that is a dragon. But not just any mere Drake. This is Alduin, the World Eater, and he's come to burn everything to a cinder.
But fortunately for you, his path of destruction happened to interrupt your impending execution at the hands of those uppity Imperial pigs. That'll be the worst mistake this Staley monster would ever make.
It wouldn't be long before you escaped the destruction of Helgen and defeated a dragon yourself.
Then absorbed its freaking soul?
That could only mean one thing. You are a being born with the blood and soul of a dragon in the body of a Nord, or elf, or Khajiit, or...
I mean, you weren't born with the soul of dragon. Kind of, from what y'all just said, he kind of stole it after the murder. But okay.
Being born with the blood and soul of a dragon in the body of a Nord, or elf, or Khajiit, or lizard dude destined to battle
or lizard dude.
and save the world.
In their
lizard dude would make most sense.
The Dovahkiin, Dragonborn.
In their quest to rid Tamriel of Alduin's dragon army, the Dragonborn became a jack of all trades, master of all.
They learned to be a master.
Oh wait, we didn't see the stats. AKA the Dovahkiin, high male, Northern promo material. Blood and Soul Dragon incarnation of the prisoner, blessed by the Akatash, and also blessed by Todd Howard. What? I don't know what that is, but alright.
Jack of all trades, master of all.
They learned to be a master assassin with the Dark Brotherhood, a master sorcerer with the College of Winterhold, a master thief with the Nightingales, a master dragon hunter with the Blades, and a master good boy. Who's a good boy? That's a good boy.
A werewolf, okay.
On the side of the Imperial Legion, champions of order.
You mean the Nordic War for Independence on the side of the Stormcloaks?
Those elf-funded Nord supremacists?
Better than those jackbooted Cyrodiil fascists?
Oh,
but what else can I expect from a monster who steals from innocent villagers by sticking buckets over their heads?
I'd do it if you could in a thing.
Use with an absolute glut of weaponry, not just the usuals like daggers, swords, hammers, and axes, but also special weapons given to them by the Daedric princes.
They're basically crazy powerful gods from the plane of existence called Oblivion.
Oblivion.
From rascally Wabbit Sheogorath, the Dragonborn received the Wabbajack, a staff that casts a completely random spell on its target. From disintegrating them to healing them to turning them into a chicken.
Yo, alright, so we got some Legend of Zelda energy in there. That's like Ben 10's Omnitrix. you don't know what's gonna happen and you hope it's something good.
Target, from disintegrating them to healing them to turning them into a chicken.
From Meridia, they received the Dawnbreaker, a holy sword made for burning the undead to ash. That's similar to Oriel's bow, which can shoot fiery arrows.
Now hold on. See, they say things in these that make you think one side has an advantage, and I think they do it on purpose. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the sword that stops the undead, but like the Dark Souls guy is undead. You know what I'm saying? So there's that play right there. But I'm very sure that Dark Souls man's got something to counter that with. You know what I mean?
Arrows that can blot out the sun to cover the distance between.
Our arrows can blot out the sun. That's some 300 stuff right there.
Similar to Oriel's bow, which can shoot fiery arrows that can blot out the sun. To cover the distance between the Earth and the sun in about 2 seconds, the arrow would have to be moving at over 250 times the speed of light.
Okay, and what? The Dark Souls thing said that they could move at like 20% past the speed of light. So if he shoots the arrow or the holy blade thing, like, what are we doing? Okay.
Except this isn't Earth and the Sun. This is the planet Nirn, and that's Magnus. According to the Elder Scrolls lore master Michael Kirkbride and his in-universe text cosmology, when you look up at the sun, you're actually looking into a dimension of pure magic.
Oh, the arrows are described as working by traveling to the sun, Magnus, and temporarily altering the magical connection between Nirn and the gods responsible for sunlight. Okay, so it's not like this is just a void, it's magic. Okay, the stars are the bridges to Aetherius, the magic plane. They are perceived as holes in the inside surface of space. The largest tear in oblivion is Magnus, the sun. Okay, okay. That's a very interesting way to put that. So it's not literally doing that? Okay. Or it could be that far away.
Exact measurements here are difficult to make, but if anything, the distance should be much greater.
Speaking of magic bullshit, the Dragonborn can heal themselves, cast wards and destructive elemental spells, control minds, conjure weapons, and summon lesser Daedra to help them out in a scrap.
They're an especially powerful mage because their mana recovers itself automatically over time. They'll never truly run out of firepower. But as a Dovahkiin, the ability they're most famous for...
Okay, it says, see, that would say how it goes over time. But in the other one, it said they had to pay attention to the stamina meter. Well, mana and stamina are different. All right, okay.
...is the Thum, or shout. By speaking the words of the dragon language, they can manifest their will into reality.
Like with the classic Fus Ro Dah, an unrelenting force which can knock your neighbors into next week. Or Soul Tear, which removes the soul from your enemy's body and stores it in a cute gem. Like...
Homie said, Avada Kedavra!
So... Reverse! Wait, why didn't anything...
I don't have a soul.
Oh!
He don't have a soul.
Student loans, man. Something had to cover the down payment.
Wow. That boy said student loans. That boy traded his soul for...
Shouts the Dragonborn.
Oh yeah, Aura Whisper, become ethereal, bend will, dragon aspect, dragon rend, drain vitality, marked for death, and whirlwind sprint. I don't know what none of these are, but okay. Oh, the shouts, the things he says. Okay.
Summon country-spanning storms, slow down time, and even call upon a dragon for help. Odahviing. Dragons may look like scaly reptiles, but in reality, they're immortal demigods older than time itself. They're the children of the chief god of Tamriel's pantheon.
The Dragonborn is an unstoppable force of nature. If they happen to take any damage, they can just drink a potion or nosh on a cheese wheel and be good as new. And they can carry up to 150 cheeses at once. My
wow,
dream.
that's a whole lot of
these
cheese.
Abnormally large cheese wheels have an average weight of 70 pounds, we can determine that the Dragonborn can carry up to 10,500 pounds of cheese.
And still fight, bro.
And that makes sense, considering they can match muscles with giants, who are so strong they can shatter the game's spaghetti code to pieces.
The last Dragonborn has battled the vampire.
Hold on. Read one of the Elder Scrolls, aided or executed Ulfric Stormcloak. Don't know who that is. Caught the serial killer Calixto. These names though. Escaped mine. Cursed Pelagius the Mad. Reunited Rookie and Finrig. Pranked people with Sungwen. Defeated Alduin Ebony Warrior and Potema Mirak. These names though. Feats.
Empire Lord Harkon, ended Skyrim's civil war, and defeated the first Dragonborn, Mirak.
And according to the book, The Guardian and the Traitor, Mirak was powerful.
While originally speculated to be mythological, Mirak's existence was confirmed in the last Dragonborn DLC. The Insei warriors also sank the island of Yakuta making this consistent. Okay, so I don't know some of that stuff, but any of that really. But it's okay. So he fights another Dragonborn.
Dragonborn, Mirak.
The
And
first
according to the
Dragonborn.
book, the Guardian and the Traitor, Mirak was powerful enough to tear apart the island of Solstheim from Skyrim's mainland.
By comparing the size of various countries on Tamriel's map, we can determine that Solstheim is a landmass nearly 1,500 miles in diameter. In order
Half
to
the
move
United
that
States.
much land over the course of their fight, Mirak's magical prowess must have output an energy over 300 teratons of TNT.
That's 3 times the impact of the asteroid that wiped out the dinosaurs.
Oh wow.
Not too crazy when shouts can get strong enough to shake the world itself.
It wasn't long before the Dragonborn confronted Alduin in Nord Heaven and put an end to the World Eater once and for all.
The epithet is literal. By absorbing the souls in Skyrim's afterlife, Alduin was powerful enough to devour everything. Not just the planet of Nirn, but the Kalpa, the entire timeline past, present, and future.
That's
Oh,
the level
okay.
of unimaginable power the Dragonborn is dealing with here.
Tamriel is no stranger to great heroes across its vast, sprawling history. The Nerevarine, the hero of Kvatch, all magnificent in their own right.
But when you heard that shout echo through the mountains and the death throes of a dragon defeated, you knew it could only be the Dovahkiin. Dovahkiin, Dovahkiin.
Alright. Gotta place our bets. Ooh. I'm gonna give it to the Skyrim. That's my bet. I'm gonna say Dragonborn. His feats seemed better. It seemed like he had some stuff to specifically counter the chosen undead. I don't know, because I'm horrible at choosing these things, but that's my take versus based on what I've seen thus far. So Dragonborn, that's it. Chips are in. Bets are placed. No changing, no going back. Let's see what's up.
Hey, Wiz, did you know that I can blow up a galaxy?
What? How?
I signed up for a Death Battle YouTube membership by clicking the join button on any Death Battle video or the YouTube channel. You can pick from
Okay,
join
look, I don't
now
want
to
to see it,
become a
but
champion.
let's go. Like, we checked out Brandon stuff, and we are going to. Let's go.
Combatants are set.
All right.
Run the data through all possibilities.
Well, hold on. I said no takes back, but the chosen undead are they can constantly come back, like, no matter what, they can keep coming back. So, like, and they don't need a soul. So could he wear the Dragonborn down? I said no going back, though. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. All right, okay. We're going to go with Dragonborn, but I think that might be an out for chosen undead. But okay.
It's time for a Death Battle!
Well, that's what said he could wipe the undead out of existence or something, the light
And
thing.
stop this fool who would let the flame burn the age of humans to ashes. The Ancients of Dark will do anything to snuff out the light. Save us, chosen undead. Usbruna!
In the face. There you go. Get big with it. Why your shield so small? That man got whole armor on. Come on. Why they do that? Oh my god, like honestly, even in Diablo, it's like that's the move, bro. Unless you can get that shadow step, you know what I'm saying? That would be the most annoying on planet Earth. Why did he moan like that? Wait a minute, listen. Oh, because he said they get off on it earlier in the video. Yo, relax. Relax, bro. Oh, he's like, I got a real one. Oh, time stopper. He don't need a soul. That's not how you do it. That's not how you do it. The nearest bonfire. Ugh. Damn it! See? Like, I'm starting, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know they do this, though. They do this, though. Like, they'll put one at a disadvantage before they come back sometimes. Like, I still think Dragonborn could do it, but, like, as I'm thinking about it, I'm like, Chosen, he's undead. He's undead. What do you mean? He's undead. But he's got undead stuff. He got stuff to kill undead, though. Don't he? Don't he? Come on. Don't let my imaginary chips be lost, bro. That's a whole dragon. He summoned a whole dragon. Do something. Get rid of the bonfire. Good Lord. Get rid of the bonfire. Like, you done seen him pop out the fire twice. Why is it still there? Like, I'm sorry. I see man pop out the fire twice. That'd have been the first thing I got rid of, bro. All right, come on. Like, after I seen him, like, poof. Probably, it might have taken me that second time because I might not understand what happened the first time. But that second time, that fire definitely would have been gone. All right, come on. My man's harnessing lightning. And he has lightning spears. The fire was still there. Oh, he got the super sword. He's like, I got a super sword too, homie. What's good? Oh yeah, the silence thing. There you go, come on!
Save this world, chosen warrior.
Put the fire out!
The fire!
Put the fire out! I'm sorry, that makes this unbelievable to me. Ain't no way in hell he would have let that fire keep going. Ain't no way in hell! Alright. There you go. Fire out.
Let true dark be cast upon the world. Our Lord hath returned.
Yes! Sorry, I'm really bad at choosing these, so I get really happy later when I'm correct about it. So yeah, Dragonborn took it. Woo! I ain't gonna lie, homie had me. Whew, Jesus. Why did I have so much stake in this? I can't be watching videos that accumulate blood pressure issues. You know what I'm saying? That's not good for nobody's health. All right.
Oh my God, this boss is bullshit.
This debate was fascinating. The Dragonborn had a wider variety of training, better access to summons, and magic that passively regenerated, as opposed to the Chosen Undead's limited pool of magic.
Vow of Silence was a slick counter to the Dragonborn's magic and shouts, but it wouldn't last forever.
The Dragonborn was significantly faster, too. The Chosen Undead could dodge beams of light,
Yeah,
but
see?
Oriel's bow could fire arrows that move at least 250.
See, so I was right. Given that the arrow would need to pass through the infinite dimension of oblivion to reach Magnus, the actual speed of the arrow is arguably infinite as well. Okay.
But none of that mattered if the Chosen Undead couldn't stay dead.
You'd think the Dragonborn's
Yeah.
anti-undead weaponry like Dawnbreaker would be an easy
That's what I was
solution,
thinking.
but the undead of Dark Souls aren't really the same as Draugr from Skyrim.
Skyrim
Okay.
Undead are more like those classic reanimated skeletons. But remember
Okay.
the conspiracy. Humans in Dark Souls are naturally immortal. They're not actually undead.
Soul
Okay,
Tear wouldn't
alright.
have been much use either, considering
Yeah, he don't need a
humans in
soul.
Dark Souls can have their souls removed without dying.
So why didn't the Chosen Undead just keep coming back until they eventually won? Like with any
That's
Dark
what I was
Souls
thinking
boss.
about.
One word, power. The Dragonborn had way more and greater feats of raw power than the Chosen Undead.
Oh yeah, like summoning country-spanning storms with a single shout, or defeating Mirak, who split a continent.
There's also the lore. Both characters are essentially mythological demigods in the same kind of vein as Hercules or Sun Wukong. Gameplay alone won't give you the best idea of their full power as characters.
So let's get an idea of their max potential from the lore.
The
The
lore.
chosen undead sustaining the first flame with their soul was insanely impressive. Considering the first flame is responsible for the core concepts of the universe, like energy and time, it's not a stretch to say it affects not just the planet they live on, but the whole universe.
But that's nothing compared to the power levels in the Elder Scrolls.
Let's compare the first flame to Alduin. Both literally run on the power of souls, and both can be directly scaled to our combatants.
Alduin had strength to consume the universe, not
And it will be this way, my little corner cutter, until you have destroyed all that in the world which you have stolen from earlier Kalpus, which is to say probably never at all. Okay.
Directly scaled to our combatants.
Alduin had strength to consume the universe, not just Nirn, but the Kalpa as well.
You know those planets you see in the sky? According to cosmology, those are actually separate, infinitely big planes.
The wind claims that then to have waxed in power since ancient times and to be full of souls during his final battle with the Dragonborn, Mirak claimed to be capable of casually defeating Alduin.
Reality. Alduin was going to eat infinity. Multiple infinities.
Oh, okay.
In comparison, the first flame is powerful enough to sustain a universe and the flow of time, but it can't be infinite. Otherwise, it never...
Chosen undead, greater survivability, resurrection upon death, but will eventually go hollow, too slow and weak to win, more limited arsenal, so last Dragonborn, far more power, much faster, regenerating mana, greater variety, can only die once.
never would have faded to begin with.
And that meant the chosen undead just wasn't powerful enough no matter how many times they revived. With that much of a difference in power, the chosen undead would eventually lose their will to fight and go hollow. It's not traditional, but it is a form of death in Dark Souls. The chosen undead was surely tenacity personified, but still wasn't enough to stand up to the Dragonborn's incredible skill, broken arsenal, and overwhelming power.
Let's
The
go!
chosen undead could only last so long before they flamed out.
The winner is the Dragonborn.
What's good?
Thanks
What's
for
good,
watching.
homie? Called it. That was dope. We watched that dope here. Called it. What you know about me, son? Nah, that was I like that one. I like that one. I ain't gonna lie. The chosen the undead guy had me thinking for a minute. I was like, well, he is undead. Like, I mean, you know what I'm saying? But Dragonborn, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna go back on my decision. Y'all know what's up. But this is a dope one, man. We like this. That's a take. Be sure to like, be sure to subscribe. Follow me on all that social media. And I'll catch y'all next one, man. Peace.